The three laws of abundance. Let's hop right in. Law number one. It's about noticing it, right? You ever get a new car or even go for a test drive and then you just see that car everywhere? You're like, oh shit, everyone's got a VW, right? Everyone's got a nice truck. You just notice it everywhere. Like immediately that happens. Yeah. You got to take that same logic, right? And move it to noticing how much there is. Like there's literally, like this is a fact, guys. There's literally more money than there's ever been in the history of money existing. Like they're printing it all the time. There's more. And there's going to be more tomorrow and the next day and the next day. Like it just grows. So you got to notice that. Yeah, I think Tony Robbins talks about this with some redneck guy. I forget who he is. Let's take a look. Pause this quick. Oh, Theo Vaughn. Tony Robbins is sitting there with Theo Vaughn, and they're talking about, he's leading Theo through like an exercise and tells him to look around the room, look for everything red. Theo looks for everything red, and then he asks him about it. Okay. And then he asks him, look for everything brown. I think that was the color at least. Looks around the room. Theo noticed some brown stuff. And he asks him, were all of them brown or were some of them kind of like close to brown? And sure enough, Theo's like, yeah, they were. It was kind of making things up, trying to smidge it a little bit, trying to force it a little bit. And so like the same thing happens with the dollar bill, with money. The same thing happens. And so if you notice how much there is, and you know there's a ton, and you know about this, then you're going to see it. And this doesn't just pertain to money. This pertains to outlook, right? Like I'm looking at my big ass calendar for 2025, and I know there's a lot of days on there. I look outside, and I'm like, there's a lot of trees out there. I look, oh, there's a lot of black hairs on this beard, right? I'm just noticing that there's a lot. And so, but if you notice the opposite, and you're saying like, oh, I only have one of this, I only have one of that, then you're noticing there's a little. And so I want you to take this shift from noticing that there's a little to noticing there are a lot. That's all it is. Just noticing there's a lot. Okay, and it'll move to money, right? Because you have to start. You have to start there. So that's law number one. Law number two. It looks better like that. Law number two. There's two parts to number two. This is about if you already had a ton of money, like pretend you win the lottery and you're like, what would you do immediately? I'd go buy everyone Raptors. Okay. We would have a blast. We would go like, I don't know. We'd go off-road. We'd drive like maniacs. It would be just a blast. And so that's giving, right? That's because money's just energy. It's just flowing around. And so if we get into this, what we would do if we are rich, won $1 million mindset now. And it doesn't need to be all of it. So I use sequence.io for this. Just like I have a digital marketing search engine optimization agency, and I have it so the owner's pay goes right into taxes, feeds off immediately to taxes, and then feeds off immediately to giving and investing, right? For me, giving is to my local church. You can do whatever you want. You can give to a food pantry. You just have to give every month. And you have to do this before you have it, right? That's like the waiting is the holding, it's the constricting. This is a law. This isn't like a good idea. This is a law, a universal law, guys. So you have to give first, all right? Because the energy has to flow. And the next one is investing. So investing is making your money multiply. So I have literally 10% goes to investing, 10% goes to, no, it's not 10, it's 7% investing, 7% tithe or giving, 33% taxes, and the rest goes to owner's pay. It's in my sequence. Sequence is amazing. It's an amazing workflow. It makes this process go on behind the scenes so simply. So you have to do that. You have to do it before. So recapping, number one, noticing there's so much of everything. There's so much red on this shirt. I make myself laugh all the time, you know? Number three. All right, another recap. Number two, energy, money's energy. It flows, and so you have to give, and you have to invest every single month, even if you can't, right? Because it's a law, so you have to do it in order to get more. Number three, this one I'm going to make you work because I don't want to give it up easy. There's so much in here, in this book, that I'm going to make you read it. It's not on Audible, right? You can be like, oh, F you will. Just give me what it says. You can probably chat GPT if you really want. It'll probably tell you some things. But I would suggest you read it. Because the more knowledge and certainty you have in this, the better off you're going to be. We live in a capitalist world. Guys, like, money is required. So it's this Quantum Warrior, Power of Mind. It's been prescribed to me from a number of people, and you know, they may actually be mad at giving it up, but then again, they won't be because there's so much. They'd be happy. You know, it really gets you when you start thinking about this. So, Quantum Warrior, John Kehoe, The Power of the Mind. If you think this video content's woo-woo, you wait until you open this bad boy up. Whoo! Whoo! That's a dad joke right there. All right. So, you guys, just buy that book and read it. There's beautiful secrets in there. It's going to change everything for you. I wish you just the best in this life. And I hope that you start noticing how much there is. And you start following those two little mini laws, because it flows. And it can flow to you, or it can flow elsewhere. I'm Will. See you on the next one.